So we're not getting a Transformers Haslab this year. But we're apparently getting one next year, and the little sneak sort of cryptic clue that they gave us is Omega. So what could that mean? What's up YouTube? I'm Alpha Prime and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, why not go down there and hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit a like for this. This is just going to be a discussion video. I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions about this topic that I'm just about to talk about, and that is the Haslab. Lack of a Haslab this year. We're not getting one. They have officially announced that. We are going to be getting one next year, so they've guaranteed us that bit. And the cryptic clue that they gave us was Omega. So what could that mean? Me and my buddy John, Legends of Cybertron, we have a podcast that airs every month, once a month, called Nerdy Leader. We talked about this on last month's podcast, so I just want to generate a general discussion, just focused right on that topic itself. So Omega, what could that mean? It's obviously going to be a big thing because I think it's gauging on 40 years of Transformers, if I'm right, 2024. So 40 years Transformers, so you expect it to be a big deal. But what could it be? So I will give you my thoughts on what it could be, and I would like to hear your thoughts and what you expect it to be, or maybe what you think it might be. I could be wrong, who knows? This is only a discussion. So first up, when I think Omega, you automatically go for Omega Supreme. Now we already have a very good Omega Supreme through the Siege line, which is, to me, unless they're going to do a Masterpiece Scale 1, it's a really good Omega Supreme, and I'm sure you guys will probably agree with me there. I think the Omega Supreme that they did with Siege is perfect. So unless they're going to give us a Masterpiece Scale, which I highly doubt, but it is Haslab, and we did get this big fella, so who knows, maybe Omega Supreme G1 style. But for me, the last two Haslabs they've had is Victory Saber, and we have this year's one that's coming out now that was up from last year, obviously, is Deathsaurus. So they seem to be going more that, you know, the chug scale for the Haslabs rather than Masterpiece. So for me, they're probably going to focus more on the chug. So I think Masterpiece Omega Supreme, G1 Omega Supreme is probably not going to be what it's going to be. Although that would be, if you want to celebrate 40 years of Transformers, that's the way to go, probably. My opinion. But realistically, I think it could be possibly going down the route of animated Omega Supreme. We have got in the recent waves now that's coming, or the waves that are going to be coming, is animated Bumblebee and animated Optimus Prime. So why not give us an animated Omega Supreme? We never got one whenever the original series came out, so possibly that could be a very high possibility. He transforms into a ship. They're giving us all these Titan class figures. Who knows? It could be a slight retool from the actual Arc figure, because the alt mode isn't that much different from the original Arc. So could it be from that? Who knows? My second thought, now I have three sort of rough ideas on what I'm thinking Omega. So I'm thinking Optimus Prime sells. So what Omega comes with Optimus Prime, and the way that they're going across all the different lines with Legacy and whatnot. So who could Omega tie into with Optimus Prime? And of course, Omega Prime. So could we get a box set? Could we get Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus from Transformers RID 2001, which combine to make Omega Prime? Now hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. We did get two figures to make Victory Saber, so Omega Prime is not really out of the question in my book. You have Star Saber and you have Victory Leo to make Victory Prime. That came as a box set, so why not give us an Optimus Prime and an Ultra Magnus? Again, another good way of celebrating Transformers 40th anniversary by giving us an Optimus Prime. Alright, it's not the G1 Optimus Prime, but the fact that they said Omega, and Omega or Optimus Prime always sells, Omega Prime could definitely be on the cards. And my final thought that maybe Omega could lead to for the next Haslab we've got Unicron, so why not give us Primus? And I know what you're thinking, Alpha, Omega, Primus should have been the Alpha, Omega should have been Unicron stuff, Primus shouldn't be the end. But Transformers Cybertron Primus came with an Omega lock. So could we be getting a Primus to go along with Unicron? Could it be in scale with Unicron? Because this guy is just a little small in my opinion. Great figure, but we could definitely do with an update, couldn't we? So I think definitely Omega could be the Omega lock and could lead to us maybe getting a Primus for a Haslab. Another really good way of celebrating 40 years by giving us Cybertron, because that's what Primus transformed into in the Transformers Cybertron series. He was Planet Cybertron. They could get it to look exactly like Cybertron and stuff in the pictures, the animated series, and it would be a perfect display piece to go along with Unicron, in my opinion. So that's my thoughts on what the next Haslab could be. What do you think? Do you think that it could be one of those three things? Have you got another idea? Maybe you know what could mean Omega could mean for something else that my brain just hasn't thought of at this point. Is there something else out there in the Transformers universe that you can think of? Definitely let me know down in the comment section below, because I'm really interested. I'm excited by the whole prospect of what this Omega could be. I want to just generate a general discussion going. Let's get the comments coming in, guys. Let's talk about what this could be. There's bound to be something out there that I haven't thought of. Guaranteed. So what would I actually like to see as a Haslab? Just as a side note, I would like a G1 accurate Metroplex.